to diminish the aspirations of our kids. They've already worked to decertify the union because they don't believe in people being able to bargain for rights. And that's true. I'm not making it up. They don't believe in it, and they took action to prove that they don't believe in it. But they have crucified the people who, in my opinion, do the hardest work that exists on earth, right? And I would set that next to parenting. But they do that in its own way. And that's teachers. These are the people who work day in and day out to inspire, to prick the imagination of our kids, to tell them that they can when they don't think they can, to push them further when they think they've hit their limits. It was a teacher who told me that she thought I was smart and said that I should take honors courses. And I resisted and she persisted. And she won. Right? And I took those classes, right? And it put me on a pathway. It put me on a pathway to getting ready for college. I didn't have that immediate example in my household. And I have to tell you, it was teachers, and actually this little known show called A Different World. And I don't expect everybody in this room to know, but it was this little spin-off show after the Cosby Show would come on every Thursday night. And it was about an HBCU, a historically black college and university. And I remember seeing those individuals, Whitley Gilbert and Dwayne Wayne, and the characters in that show, and they were such an example and a demonstration of excellence, and black excellence. But I was like, I can do that. And now, of course, we come to learn that it was a fictional school, but I didn't know that till I went to apply for it. This is a true story, I swear to God. This is not the case. I thought that Hillman existed, right? And I went to send my SAT scores to Hillman, and I realized that there was no code for it on the Scantron. So of course, like a good, persistent kid, I went and protested and said I had to file a defective form, and I needed the one that had Hillman on it. And that's when I learned Hillman didn't exist. So I found Florida A&M University, which was my Hillman. But it was a teacher who put me on that pathway, on the trajectory to say, man, okay, I could do more. My daddy's commitment was if I stayed out of trouble, I could go to the military. And I've got nothing but respect for those who serve this country. But for me, I knew that I was going to Hillman. And I kept trying to make sure I put myself in situations and circumstances where we could make that possible. And so when I hear the legislature refer to our teachers as evil, and they refer to our schools as failure factories, I think about what public education did to produce me, right? If we want to fast forward, I think about what we see in these Parkland students. Right? We don't celebrate it enough, but these kids are examples of a good public education. They really are. They have the basic skills, the intelligence, how they apply themselves. And in the March for Our Lives, I tell you, I was blown away by the sophistication of the group to recognize that, yes, mass shootings is something we've got to be concerned about in this country, but everyday gun violence is also something we've got to be concerned about. And to set those two platforms side by side, I thought it was beautiful. In fact, I think that we've got an opportunity to build a generation of young people who are going to be single-issue voters. Are you for my life or against it? Right? Are you for sensible, common-sense gun reform or against it? Are you for ensuring that weapons of war don't end up on our city streets? Right? Or are you for ensuring that everybody has access to an assault rifle, right? That can snuff out the lives of 17 individuals, can fire off 45 rounds of artillery in less than 60 seconds. Right? If you want to shoot a weapon of war, you should join the military. But as for our city streets, we got to do everything that we can to ensure that weapons don't fall into the hands of the wrong individuals, and more importantly, that weapons of war don't end up in our communities. I know this. I as a mayor and somebody who deals with how you keep a crime rate under control, this is an issue that's important to me. And I got sued by the gun lobby. Right? They sued me all because, took me through court for 2 years.